from what I'm hearing, Jalen Rose's 99% that Kawhi is returning to Toronto now sounds like 99.9%.
No way!
Are you kidding me? Is this the dagger?
Sid Seixeiro of Tim and Sid fame joins us on the line right now. Sid, are you jacked up after hearing our Kawhi updates?
Sid!
Right now.
What's that?
Let me tell you, Dangle, let me tell you something.
Yep.
I was having a hard time with the Alex Kerfoot news today.
Okay.
What's that? Why?
Well, it's just very dramatic. That's all I'm saying. It's the drama in the RFA signing was one thing.
Mm-hmm.
To hear Frank Ricola Isola drop that on us.
Yeah.
Not just 90. Sorry, what's the math on that again, Rusic? Not just 99%. Can you run that back to me? What are the numbers? What are the raw numbers?
99.9.
He said, yeah, Jalen Rose was 99%, and Frank Isola now saying it's 99.9% chance he's coming back.
Wow.
That's so much percent.
Yeah.
That's a lot of extra percent, Dangle, yes. I think CP24 is very happy right now.
It's true.
I think they have more skin in the game than anyone right now. That's a topic for another day.
The chopper's in the air.
Yep. Look, I know what Chris Broussard, as much as I don't respect him, he said the Clippers are out.
What if Chris Broussard was listening to this? He'd be like, hey, what did I do?
I'd tell him he's soft.
Anyway.
So he said the Clippers are out.
Yeah.
Clippers were never in, man.
Really?
They may have gotten a meeting out of respect. So Kawhi in this decision he's going to make is going to spend all his energy just trying to get out of the first round. He was going to the Clippers, really? Was anyone that stupid to believe he was going to go to the Clippers? Give me a break. All right. Now everyone's got their big boy pants on and realizes what this thing was front to back. Kawhi Leonard now deciding, based on the tweets that I just heard from you guys, Kawhi Leonard struggling with, can I trust LeBron? Kawhi Leonard struggling with, can I trust LeBron and Anthony Davis? Anthony Davis, by the way, works for LeBron. Can I trust those two guys?
No.
To include me? You know the road I'm going down. Can they include the reigning NBA Finals MVP, arguably the best player in the world, to be included and let Kawhi Leonard stretch his legs properly in that system? You think Kawhi Leonard's just going to set up shop at the three-point line and wait? There's no way. He needs to be in that. Had a bunch of stuff from the Lakers probably that he would be the man. Does he believe him? That's where we're at. That's where we're at. Clippers were never in.
And then
to me, it's a big deal that he got on the plane and came here yesterday. Not CP24 chopper, follow the two sport utes like it's AC Cowlings driving it. No, to me, it's a big deal that he flew all the way here to have the meeting. Am I reading too much into that, or you're with me that that is a big deal? He came back here.
Well, not only he flew, guys, he left local in LA. He hopped that plane at 5 a.m. in the morning.
5 a.m.
Wow.
5 a.m.
Yeah.
Why? You think he's doing that to tell them I'm leaving?
No.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Couldn't possibly.
He would just have them fly to LA and tell him, right?
Well, listen, man, I think we were all under the same impression that it was like the John Tavares meetings and everyone's meeting him down there. I was floored to see him on the same plane that Mike Babcock was on. I think.
Yeah,
I was floored he came up here. I don't think it was the same plane, but he came up here, and I was as shocked as you guys. I thought it was the Arash Madani outside the building shot, and everyone's going to go down and pitch to Kawhi. The fact that he came up here, shocking. I was shocked by that. And look, I think this is all leading to him staying. Do I know that? No. But if he's waited this long on whether or not to trust LeBron, guess what? He probably doesn't trust LeBron.
Right.
Because he would have made that decision by now. Anthony Davis and LeBron James are two of the best players in the league. You're still waiting? You're still contemplating? What are you contemplating? He doesn't trust them, man. He doesn't trust them. Everything he trusts from Alex McKegney on up is in Toronto. Everything. Gasol's back. Danny Green will play for $18 next season if Kawhi Leonard's on that team.
Sid, when we heard yesterday, Chris Carter saying the two-year deal's not even on the radar, it's going to be a 5-year deal. Now, if we go by Frank Isola saying it's a 99.9, he's coming back to Toronto, and it's a 5-year deal, what if I drop the word dynasty to you? What would you say to that?
I'm sure it was dropped yesterday.
Is that
sure
crazy talk?
Yesterday.
Is that crazy talk? Because I don't think it is.
No. Well, I mean, McAuliffe threw this out there this week, and I thought he was a little off. And the more I think about it, and Giannis is up in a couple of years.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, we asked Grange about this 2 days ago, for sure.
Giannis is up in a couple of years. And Tim dropped that, and I'm like, really? And then I thought about the relationship between Masai. That Masai's already mentioned Giannis's name once in a media avail this offseason, which is probably tampering, but whatever. Mm-hmm. Look, I still think for Kawhi, if Kawhi is not that sure yet, he has to sign for 1-1. Because those max slots for the Lakers and Clippers are going nowhere. They're going to be there next year. So if he's not sure now, 1 year plus an option makes complete sense to me. I'm not convinced he's signing for 5 years. If he's with the Raptors, it won't be for 5 years. That would shock me. Unless Masai has really poured some honey in his ear and has told him there could be a big 3 around the horizon that we haven't even kicked around yet. Well, we'll find out. But the shock of all shocks wouldn't be re-signing with Toronto. To me, it would be 5 years. Because 2 years still gives the young man some options. And I think and the fact that he hasn't decided yet tells me he still wants some options. And he can get it at 1+1 and still be a hero in this country. He can get the best of both worlds.
100%. How unbelievably far past the point of no return are we right now? Because we were talking about, if he stays for 1 and he's really good and then leaves, I'll be okay with it. If he stays for 1 and they win a championship, of course I'll be okay with it. But we have helicopters in the air. We're already talking about, forget just Kawhi. We're talking about Giannis down the road. I've heard CJ McCollum. How many kilometers? You know what? It's America Day. How many miles past the point of no return are we right now? We are. We're a lot of miles past it, I think. I think we're in a place none of us look. I always envisioned if Kawhi won that title, everyone finding out very quickly he's going to LA because he's been wanting to go home forever. And the fact that we're still here is really surprising to me. Not that I'm belittling Masai's chances or his ability to persuade someone in a meeting. Obviously, he's amazing. But I always thought the pull home was that strong. Apparently, it isn't. And we're past the point. I think we're also past the point of no return on people chilling out about this. I think there will be a lot more angry people than we think if this goes the other way. And I don't think it will. But if it goes the other way, that scene yesterday in Yorkville on a normal day has some really interesting scenes. But that scene yesterday in Yorkville was nuts. Mm-hmm. That was nuts. Pandemonium. And I'm guessing there were like 10% of them that were actually basketball fans. Oh. Everyone else was just either gawking or that one of the biggest celebrities in Canada was around, which is fairly normal for Yorkville. Did you notice the tour bus?
There was a tour bus?
There was a tour bus going by? Imagine being on that tour bus, wondering what the hell was going on in that hotel.
I regret in the middle of that, because we have some guys who work on Tim and Sid that have black SUVs.
Oh!
I regretted, and I mentioned this to Tim on air, that one of us just didn't drive up.
And you get out.
And get out.
You get out in the spandex bicycle suit.
Well, yeah, we could talk about what I was wearing. It's actually not a bad idea, Dangle. It's pretty good. I regret that. I consider that a missed opportunity. That was a real missed opportunity, I think.
He's the co-host.
But yeah, this is nuts. Any other in the last 30 seconds, George?
Yeah, no, not yet. Well, you'll hear the sounder, Sid. We have our show is produced to the hill, just like yours is. He's the co-host.
Travis and Brendeo.
Dominating.
That's a good sounder.
Yeah,
I got to give you credit.
Yeah, it's
really enjoy the sound.
Yeah, it's like Pascal and Kawhi. Tim's Sid Seixeiro is the co-host of Tim and Sid on Sportsnet. Joining us here, Sportsnet today, Steve and George, Sportsnet 590 The Fan. We asked the listeners when was the moment they fell in love with Kawhi? When did 660 fall in love with Kawhi Leonard?
It's a good question. When he was limping around in the postseason and they were still winning.
In Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Another caller
Raptors,
brought that
the
up.
Raptors had no business. In hindsight, the Raptors had no business winning that series. No business.
Yeah.
And I'm still not sure how they did it. But
Kawhi.
this for a guy, Kawhi, yeah. For a guy who was so concerned about his future and the injury, and I understand it, in those moments, he said, "To hell with it, I'm a Raptor."
Oh.
And he played. And I think, to me, I'll always remember that moment where he was putting up 35 or whatever it was, and he was clearly limping, and he was clearly gimpy. Every time he came down, every time he dunked carefully. He was clearly not 100%, despite missing 20 games, despite all the care, despite the plans, despite Alex McKegney, who's amazing. But to me, that I'll always remember Kawhi that way. Is a guy who was scared out of his mind at one point in San Antonio that he was done, scared, and threw caution to the wind for a team he barely knew. He barely knew them, but he was in. He was all in, and I'll always remember him for that.
You keep talking about how the rumor has been that he's wanted to go home for a very long time. Sid, what if he is home?
That's profound.
It's so profound. I left
dude.
him speechless right now.
Dude, if I could hug your face in person, I would do it in this moment.
The feeling is mutual.
You should write a book.
You should buy it.
So, but Dangle, aren't you like the Kawhi news whisperer? Like before you guys go off air at noon, this is going to happen, right?
Probably.
100%.
Rusic has been preparing this the whole time because you are a Kawhi magnet, Dangle.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that, but apparently, yeah. My radio debut last year was the day after Kawhi signed. I was awake in an airport in Scotland. There were the only people awake for that news were Waj, me, Rob Wong, and people going to the bathroom. Like people up with food poisoning all night saw that news. That's why it's meant to be. People are going to get food poisoning again.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
for sure.
For sure.
Did you just call him Waj?
Yeah, he did. I let that slide. It's Woj.
I don't care.
No,
Watch.
if Kawhi's going to re-sign, we need to be on the same page.
Yeah. Waj, Frank, Ricola. It doesn't matter as long as Kawhi Leonard signs and Dangle's the good luck charm, Sid. That's all that matters in all of this.
He is. Thoughts on Alex Kerfoot?
Good for him. The Leafs, I mean, they're...
No, hold on. Sid, he's sour about Cody Ceci 1 year, 4.5. He's sour about that one.
I am.
Yeah,
He's okay with
believe
Kerfoot.
it.
He's sour about Ceci.
But you're consider yourself lucky it's not long term, Dangle. I thought it might be more than a year.
I do. I mean, the reason for my sourness is, generally speaking, when I see a hockey player has been signed to play for my hockey team, especially for $4.5 million, I want to guarantee that they're good.
And he's not. I'm sure he's a great guy. But you talk to anyone who watched a lot of those Senator games over the last couple of years,
God bless
who
them.
were paid to.
Yep.
Yeah. This Leaf fans will be turning on certain guys this year. I think he might be one of them. But I wish him all the best. Like, I have nothing against Cody Ceci.
Same.
I don't know how much better he makes your hockey team. But consider yourself lucky it wasn't a longer term deal. Because I was reading some rumors along those lines. I'm thinking to myself, oh no.
Oh, Sid.
That's not a good thing.
I didn't want to have to make that video.
That would have been an interesting video.
For sure. He is the co-host of Tim and Sid on Sportsnet. Watch him tonight, 5 o'clock. Hopefully with Kawhi Leonard news. Sid, always fun. Thanks for doing this.
Always fun. Take care, guys.